Okay, this will be a demo for CRM with the CRM-Project module and synchronizing invoices that are automatically created via CRM-Project to Great Plains. You could use the same process for QuickBooks or any other accounting package that you want to create a synchronization with. Today's synchronization is being done with E1 Solutions, the Smart Connect product. You could make use of Scribe or even the Dynamics connector if you desire to go that route. What we have is CRM-Project is installed. For today's demo, I have configured CRM-Project that it's working in what I would refer to as an hours mode. So all my billing, my estimated time and effort is all based on hours rather than man days for this demo. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to a end user computer and emulate a time entry. We'll go ahead and do a time entry for today, and we'll say we started at 8 o'clock this morning and we worked for, we'll just do 2 hours. We'll select the business process review project and give our time entry a subject of kind of what we did for this time period. And we'll go ahead and save our time entry. If I go into Great Plains, if I go back into CRM and open up our project, I'm going to go ahead and do a recalculate just to make sure everything catches up and our time entry has been reflected correctly. And you can see now that we have 2 hours recorded. We've got our costs showing up. Let's go ahead and do a billing for this project. We'll get that time entry on an invoice. I'll go ahead and create a new timesheet. And we're actually going to do it for this week. We'll assume this will be, we'll kind of treat it like it's already the end of the week, and we're just going to invoice our client for the hours that have been recorded this week. Go ahead and create our timesheet. You can see now it's brought in the time entry that we recorded. Now I'll go ahead and mark this time entry that I want to bill it. We'll save our changes. At this point, we are ready to go ahead and generate our invoice out there. So if we go to the billing tab, I'll tell it to create an invoice. Now for this particular synchronization, the way I've structured it here is the invoice does not go into Great Plains until we actually hit the process billing. The thought behind this is it would give the project manager an opportunity, or it could be a CFO or another accounting person, an opportunity to kind of review that timesheet. It would be much easier to delete your timesheet from CRM before we ever put it into Great Plains. If I look at our record for our timesheet here, I can see that the invoice has been created. Invoice 01304. And if I open this invoice up, we can see that it's here and it's got the time on it. If I go under here, we'll see the line entry for this particular time recording that's here. Let's go back to our billing screen and let's go ahead and hit process billing. What this has effectively done now is triggered the synchronization. It's so that the invoice will show up in Great Plains. If we come back over here to Great Plains and we go ahead and look for our invoice, here you can see now that invoice has showed up in Great Plains. I'll go ahead and select it. At this point now what you can do is we'll post our invoice inside of Great Plains to kind of emulate a payment being received on this invoice. So I'm just going to run through the basic post operation inside of Great Plains. And the posting operation that you use can really be the process that's appropriate for your organization inside of Great Plains. At this point, the invoice has been posted. I don't have kind of what I would call a real-time map running, simply because I wanted to be able to show this in a demo. But what we'll do is go ahead and use E1, and I'm going to manually fire off the mapping between Great Plains back to CRM. Again, the logic behind this is that paid invoices don't necessarily have to be done real time, and if you have a number of invoices in your posting batch, rather than making subsequent calls as every invoice is getting posted, and which would affect the posting operation itself and could slow it down, normally what I would do in this situation is have a scheduled map. And that's what this one is, but I'm going to go ahead and run it now rather than waiting for the next period of when the schedule would run. And that is done. What that'll allow us to do now is we can actually go back into CRM, and I've got the project window open here, and let's take a look at the timesheet. And I'm going to go ahead and open our invoice, and now you can see our invoice has been flagged as paid. Kind of a simple demonstration to show how you can generate invoices in CRM, have all of your time recording entries, travel entries, that type of information on your invoice, and you could actually synchronize that then to your Great Plains or QuickBooks program, and then once you record the payment inside your accounting package, that can be reflected back in CRM. It really streamlines the process, really reduces, many of our clients have found it really reduces the amount of duplicate entry that they have to do related to time entries and being able to invoice out of their accounting package.